Have you, like DSison18, been following a lot of health and wellness influencers who've told you that you need to focus on artificial light and sunlight to make sure you have a very reliable circadian rhythm? And maybe you wonder if this is true. If so, welcome. This is exactly what we're going to talk about today. And I hope to present something really insightful for you. But this is mine in the comments. So we are going to start, of course, with looking at the comment from DSison18. And it is a comment on Insomnia Insight number 348, where I talked about circadian rhythms. And here is the comment. Thanks, Coach Daniel. I've been following a lot of health and wellness influencers who promote keeping a strong circadian rhythm by changing our relationship to natural and artificial light. One of the fundamental principles are to limit artificial blue light at night for sleep. I do wear blue blocking glasses, but I know that for people who struggle with insomnia, this doesn't do anything to quiet the fear in one's mind. Do you have any more detailed video about this? I think it would be helpful if you released a video about this topic, because I feel this is another fear-mongering subject. First of all, thanks so much for this comment and these questions. And I agree that there is a lot of fear-mongering, confusion going on. And I'm glad to get a chance to hopefully clarify a lot of it. But firstly, I want to actually point to an episode, which is Insomnia Insight number 505, where we talk about earplugs and sleep masks and get to the bottom of why they can be tricky and how we can use them and still sleep well. But with that said, you mentioned, Dyson, that the fundamental principle that a lot of these health and wellness influencers point to is this principle of like circadian rhythm and how artificial light influences that, et cetera, et cetera. Our fundamental principle out of two, we have effortlessness and survival as our two principles of our way of NATO. But our fundamental principle, one of the two, of effortlessness says the following: that peaceful sleep and peace of mind require nothing. They are effortless. They happen when we're not trying to make it happen. And if you want proof of this, evidence of this, you can ask anyone you know who sleeps really well, and you can ask them, what do you do to sleep so well? And they'll tell you the secret, which is going, I don't know, that's what they'll say. And then when they go like, well, I don't know, that's, it's proof of this principle of effortlessness. And already just from that, we can understand the following: that if we are attempting to sort of manipulate our circadian rhythm, our internal body clock, with artificial or natural light, so that we no longer have trouble sleeping, we can see that this will lead to more sleep struggles, because we're violating this principle of effortlessness. We're deploying effort to sleep, which is very, very tricky. Now, that was our first point of three. And the second one is going to be, what about sleep disruption? Somebody may say, but okay, forget about insomnia. Let's say fear is not in the picture. Can't it just help to block out blue light? I will say this, that sleep disruption, of course, is very, very real. Anybody who's ever, hurt themselves, had pain, or noisy neighbors know that it is real. Noise and bright light and many other circumstances can create sleep disruption, some choppy sleep. And for example, wearing earplugs just to block out some sound, or a sleep mask just to block out some light can be nice, makes sense. But in the context of circadian rhythm, blue light, I think it is very questionable how much sleep disruption comes from that light on the spectrum that is the blue light, right? What I believe is that the sleep disruption from blue light is somewhere between none at all and incredibly negligible, and if you want evidence for that, think about how many people who just like watch Netflix, for hours and right up until they are about to fall asleep, and with the laptop like on this close to their face, and sleep really well, have absolutely no struggle sleeping, right? If the whole blue light theory was true, those people would not be sleeping well, myself included. So I think blue light, I don't believe it causes any sleep disruption, or any measurable sleep disruption, or any significant sleep disruption at all. Now, thirdly, and final point here is was it DSison, right? DSison18 said, blue blocking glasses doesn't do anything to quiet the fear. And I think this can be true, but there can be even more to it. And it's about the intent of wearing blue blocking glasses. So when the intent of using blue blocking glasses is to block emotions, those emotions actually become amplified. That's another truth, which is that the more we try to suppress an emotion, the stronger it becomes, because emotions are sort of a communication tool for our brain. And when it wants to communicate something, and we're going like, no, I don't want that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Then that becomes amplified. So in other words, I would say it's not necessarily that blue blocking glasses don't do anything to quiet the fear, but in some way, when the fear is, the thing we're trying to block out and escape, then actually the fear often stays or is even amplified because of the attempt to block it with the blue blocking glasses or any other attempt to escape fear. So this is not me saying that, you need to stop using your blue blocking glasses. Not at all. It's just a mindfulness about the intent. If we're, again, trying to block out emotions, that is very, very tricky. And finally here, I want to say that we do hear a lot of things from a lot of people out there today. You hear many things from experts, and these things can send us in very, very various directions, right? So my tip, if you want to take a tip from me, is this one. I would say trust the person that truly knows you and truly cares about you more than anyone else, which is yourself. I really, really think that when we get some information and we kind of take the look inside and we ask ourselves, what do I feel is really helpful for me? Listen to ourselves. We always have our own backs, or we always have our best interest in mind. So I truly believe that. And I hope this was helpful to you, D-Size18, and anyone else who had a similar question. And I hope you have a really nice weekend going forward. And if you're finding that things are getting easier for you thanks to our free content here, that is amazing. And share it in the comment section. That would be wonderful to hear. On the flip side, if things are tricky, if you're feeling isolated, not feeling like yourself, if it feels like it's a lonely path, then please head over to our website, thesleepcrystal.com, and check out our coaching options. And if you decide to join, then we look forward very much to seeing you on the other side. That was it. Again, have a nice weekend. Look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.